Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you this morning, as I hope and I pray that we always do. I'm not important, just a question asker. My name is Raheen Aljame out of Atlanta, Georgia, but I got my sister from another mother, but we got the same father. She's here, the lady. Y'all heard what I said. I said the lady. Let me say it one more time for the people in the cheap seats that did not hear. I said the lady. Miss Toya with a T. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Get married. How y'all doing? Right here.
Hey,
You know what? I wanted to tell you something.
tell me something.
It's 7:30 o'clock on the dot. You want? Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't
I'm
help
in
it.
my drop top, cruising the
Yeah.
streets.
Keyword 7:30
Gotta
o'clock.
be a pretty,
Seven.
pretty little thing that's waiting for me. God almighty. Good. Usher, boy, you better call me if you
At
want some real
seven
singing.
thirty o'clock. 7:30
Uh, Usher, if you want some real singing, you
late.
better call
You know
me.
you late at 7.
Look here, Usher, if you want some real singing, ain't hearing
No,
what you saying. But Usher, if you want some real singing, you better call me. Toya, I ain't
he's
hearing
in
what you saying.
London now. He's in London now. So
Here in
unless you
London,
over there,
Toya, I'm gonna ask you a question.
you
I'm gonna
missed
ask you
that
a question, Toya.
opportunity for that backup. Yes.
I'm gonna ask you a
7:38.
question, Toya. And
Yes.
since you brought Usher into the conversation, do you think it's some truth to what people are saying happened with Diddy and all that stuff with Usher
Oh,
and
stop,
Justin Bieber and all these other people?
right?
Hey, we talk about it. That's what we do here. We talk about it.
That's
We
terrible.
talk about it. Do you think it's some truth in it?
Um, I mean, I think they've talked about, we know,
Mm-hmm.
um, sex with children is a hot commodity, always have been, and we call it child molestation.
Wow.
We know that that has been something that
Mm,
has been going on for years with not only family members, but now, as we know, people. We heard it with R. Kelly and Leah. So, if I'm
mm-hmm.
not mistaken, he has briefly spoken about it, but because of the revelations that is now coming out about the music industry, that some of these things are true. I mean, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. I mean, it's like, how can you not?
Wow.
That was kind of the culture on what was to be expected. Look at Drew Barrymore. Look at
Mm-hmm.
tons of child actors, uh, alive
Mm.
and some that didn't make it. I
Yeah.
mean, that was
Yeah.
just the culture of Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Drinking, drugging, smoking, parties, lavish parties. And of course, if us broke people out here get in touch, what make us think the rich ones ain't?
Mm. Wow. And see, that's a heck of a price to have to pay. You go into a industry that you really don't know anything about, and one of the prices that you have to pay is to give up certain parts of your anatomy that you don't want to give up. It's crazy. They say that Diddy, um Puff, whatever you want to call him, say that he had the guy from Family Ties, had him in a very compromised position, and doing some things to him because he ran into some financial situations, and say that Diddy commented after the fact. Somebody walked in and caught him, say he was going up in the dude's backside, and say it's amazing what you can make a man do when he want money, when you have money. I'm like, wow, that's a sick puppy right there. To me, that's a sick puppy. Toya, talk to me.
I mean, that's the nature of the world. It's not only him. They do it when we pay our mortgages too.
Mm-hmm.
We do it when it comes to taxes too. Like the things we do for money. But yeah, um, we've seen some movies and we tend to be attracted to some movies where we understand the concept of where that goes on. Look at Snowflake, look at Chicago. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple of movies that when you look at the world of entertainment, and it includes drugs, we know that people do strange things for drugs and of course
Mm-hmm.
for money. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, that is nothing that is new. They've made stories about it. We've heard kingdoms fall behind it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Unethical behavior. You know what I mean? The power struggle is real. So again, not only have we heard stories we call conspiracy theories, which are now truths,
Yes.
right? We know that those things have happened. We know that those things have gone on. We know that they have been documented, not only, fictional, but non-fictional, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a part of culture when it comes to um, a more non-traditional life. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a lot of those stories, even if it happened to just one person, one time, in one location, it's still somebody reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. And again, I say that's a sick. I try not to judge, be judgmental or something like that, but it's hard in a situation like this. Let me go to Tucson. Tucson, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Yes, I'm doing good. Good morning.
Good.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about this whole situation? Excuse me. Excuse me. Tucson, do you believe what's being said about Diddy, Usher, and Justin Bieber and all these people in the music industry and the stuff that happens, all the stories that's coming out right now? Do you believe that really it is really going on?
Mm, mm. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then his deal. It's me. This is me. That, my brother, is entertainment.
Wow. I ain't entertaining me, bro.
Just
No.
just me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course. But the tabloids, I guess what I want to say, um, the they some people make money off of other folks watching their business
Mm.
or what they want to put out as their business. It makes a
Yeah.
good movie.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep us distracted.
Mm.
If it ain't
Wow.
one thing, it ain't doing another. I remember when my boy, my buddy, he all of a sudden made one gospel. The first, I guess the first gospel song. The next week, he had a church,
Mm.
and his name was Jesus. Jesus, whatever, however you pronounce his name.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
we hook, line, and sinker.
Mm.
Hook, line, and sinker. Matter of
Mm.
fact, I don't know. I don't know, Raheem. It's possible because, um, you know, I I hate to be. I don't. It's not judgmental. It is what it is. There are people that's willing to do anything for money,
Yeah.
and
Excuse
there
me.
are other folks that willing to allow people to do to fulfill their pleasures because they got money.
Yeah. And that goes to what me and Toya was talking about earlier with the dad from Family Ties, the guy that played the dad. Somebody said they walked in on him and Diddy in a very compromising position, and Diddy was actually going up in his backside, going up in the dude's backside, and asked Diddy about it. He said, "Man, it's amazing what you could make a man do for money." And this man sit there
Hmm.
and let another man go into his backside for money. Man, that's nah. Mm. Go ahead, Tucson.
They doing it for free.
Yeah, yeah, I guess,
You heard what I said.
I
You heard what I
guess.
said. And
Yeah.
they've been doing it to our young ladies for years,
Mm-hmm.
and our young men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't mean none at all, but there are certain cities in this country that are famous for it. People move to certain areas so they can let their hair down and come out the closet because everybody else is not in the closet anymore.
Mm. Wow.
They're looking for fame. I'm gonna be a dancer. I'm gonna be a movie star. So they move to Hollywood. And I don't mean any harm, but they
Hollywood.
go to San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
and watch this, Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
They look for sin cities.
Mm.
They look for sin cities.
Las Vegas.
so that they can really get their game on.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, when they run into the right people, they tell them touch your toes.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. 508, excuse me, 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Ryan, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Ryan, what wrong with you, Ryan? Ryan, you all right over there?
Yeah, uh, we're just having this conversation
Oh, okay.
about Diddy. I just laughing because apparently they got him on audio with Meek Mills telling Meek Mills, take that, take that, take that.
Mm. Wow.
Yep. And then now you got Drake. Kendrick Lamar spilled the beans on Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Said he like underage girls.
Wow.
He's a pedophile. Like
Mm.
they all coming out the woodwork.
But see, that's something that's like Toya said, it's been going on for years, man. What's the guy name? Woody. What's the name? Woody Hart. What the guy name? He was an old dude, man, and he dated.
Woody
He married
Allen.
Woody Allen. Yeah, that's his name, Woody Allen. Elvis, man. Truth of the matter, when Elvis died, married Priscilla, man, she was only 14, about 14 years old, and he was 20 something. And so, it's a lot of things that's going on in this that's been going on for years in this industry, man. That's crazy. That's real crazy.
For sure. Wasn't the laws a little different though back in Elvis' time? They didn't have that age range on the law books.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it and find out about that. But at the same time, it's to me, whether the laws are different or not, the
I
God's
agree
law.
with you, brother.
God's
I'm
law
just
that's still, that's sick, man. You a grown man, 20 something years old, and you want a 14-year-old girl, little child. That's
now. Be careful.
mm,
You can go read your book. Them kids was getting married off pretty young back then.
yeah,
Say
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. There was, and the fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. But that does not make it any less sick.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree 100% because I got I got a whole plethora of daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play that mess.
Exactly, man. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Toy, you would have. Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Talk to me, brother. I don't know if you finished your thought.
Dog, you didn't ask the question. We just started talking. That's my bad.
No, no, no. We actually talking about that. Do you believe what is being said about Diddy and Usher and Justin Bieber and all the other people that you named as well? Do you believe all the hype that's going on right now, or is it just conversation for the moment?
Nah, I don't think it's hype at all. I think it's legit.
Mm,
I mean,
wow.
you can watch those videos with interviews with Diddy and Bieber and how uncomfortable the Beeb looks around Diddy.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
some of the comments, even Kevin Hart, because
Mm.
apparently Diddy got him too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can watch them videos and he be like, man, why don't you be quiet, dog? Changing the subject, like, because he don't want that aired out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand as a man.
Exactly.
Try not to be graphic, but
Mm.
I understand the enticement.
No, no.
I don't even care if it's me trying to be dominating over another man. There's other ways to do that in a manly way.
Exactly. Exactly. I
It's
don't
crazy. Like,
I don't have
I
to.
don't-
And I'm trying to be as adult about this comment right here as I can. I don't have to engage in getting his waste on my body parts. Y'all know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm trying to be. I'm trying
yeah,
to be.
I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be radio sensitive when I say that. I don't have to. I don't have to engage in that to prove that I'm more man than you. I don't have to. That's sick to me. Toya with a T, talk to me. Mo, coming to you next.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think that's kind of like some kind of power thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you achieve, and this is just a perspective I have on it. When you achieve a certain amount of goals, I think it has a tendency to give you the big head when you just win, win, win all the time. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
Mhm.
you can probably do what it takes to earn those wins. You know what I'm saying? But the
Mhm.
fact that you don't know and never had to take a loss, that means you're willing to take any and everything to win. Whether it's somebody's spirit, somebody's soul, somebody's kid, somebody or whatever, you're a murder cat. Because you ain't never used to taking no loss. You're not used to taking no hits. So
Mhm.
now if a loss come or a hit come, you don't know how to deal with it. So I mean, I think when I listen to those stories of men, right, and I'm only going by what we were created to be and how we actually are. And
Mhm.
when I see this thing with men, just the male men, human species, it seems like when you've achieved all of the physical things that's just normal, now you want to go and try to achieve the abnormal.
Mhm. Mm.
Now you want to go break barriers with other people now because of like this, I don't know, this thing for power that like now you don't know how to cut off because you've never taken a hit to a point of delusion.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
So they become intoxicated with the power.
yeah. And it's like,
Wow.
you wouldn't want this to happen to your child, but you'll do it to somebody else's.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a delusion. Like,
Yeah.
if you was on the other foot, you wouldn't want it to happen to you.
No.
You know
No.
what I'm saying? Then, but you would do it to somebody. That's like a delusion. Again, I would like to say a possession. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? And I think, yes, when you achieve a lot of, especially when you achieve a lot of commitments with power, you know what I'm saying? It has a tendency to give you that. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like when you think back to Juice with Tupac,
Mhm.
and like when people get guns, it changes them. They get hard now all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Kind of like that
Mhm.
same kind of power struggle when you achieve and accomplish things and you feel like it's on your own. So I can't really describe what that's about, but whether it's man or woman, if
Mhm.
it's two consenting adults, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay, well, Toy, let me ask you this question because I know from what you've told me a little bit about your past in regards to the industry, and now you could have been in the industry. Was there
Right.
something? Was there something in your spirit that just told you that no, I don't want to go that path, or what was it that turned you away from it?
I mean, well, yeah, it was instances like that. You know what I'm saying? Like me calling, going around, and I ain't gonna lie, right? So, the funny part is I went to school with Usher Raymond.
Yes.
So I always felt like destiny was so close because we
Hmm.
went to school with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But when I would interact with certain males who were probably the execs, the go getters at the time, it was like always a mention of it's not about talent anymore.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
don't get me wrong, I'm not naive, but I know how to play stupid.
Hmm.
I know how to
Hmm.
not pay that no attention, but it gets more complicated when the man is attractive for it
Hmm.
not to be just about talent because you want to give him some anyway.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
But when I started to really look at things on a mass worldview, and at the specific time, it's like, hey, Little Kim, Foxy Brown, that's what's out there, so that meant you can't have no clothes on. I made a personal decision that I did not want to do that. I did
Yeah.
not want to be that image. I didn't want to put that image out there for little girls to think it's okay, even if I was doing it.
Hmm. Hmm.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it wasn't
Role
about
model.
the selfishness of making money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I love money, don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
But when I really sat and thought about what I was really doing, and if I was to commit to, oh, you got to take your clothes off like Lil Kim. Look at Lil Kim now. Look at
Hmm.
look at Foxy Brown now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And look at
Exactly.
the condition of our people now. Like I
Hmm.
actually thought about not that what that could possibly do, and I was like, no, I can't even do it, and I went on to live a normal life. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we all know, whether you're rich or poor, we all know the choices and decisions that we're making.
Yeah.
We all know the opportunities that we have and what's right and wrong. And if you are willing to compromise your integrity for money, for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
guy or girl alike, if you're willing to compromise your integrity for money, there's always a consequence with you opening up that door that you
Yep.
can't call. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? A
Mm-hmm.
life that you're changing for generations. And I think back now, 30 years ago, how I would have contributed to the generations and the issues that we got going on right now had I been hopping my tail around all naked on TV. I've done enough
Mm-hmm.
damage. I'm good.
Wow. And see, a lot of people, some people will say, I'm gonna say a lot of people, but some people will say, that don't make no sense to me. That's that. Some people would even say that's stupid to do it that way. But I compliment and I applaud people like Toya, because I know she and there's other people that just walked away from the industry because they saw the ugly side of it and they didn't want to be a part of it. And so, to me, that they should be applauded. They should be the ones that you call heroes because they're not feeding the beast.
Right?
As a matter of fact, they're trying to starve the beast, and they walk away. We got Annie and Mo coming up. Go ahead, Toya.
No, I'm just saying, trust me. There are times I've thought to myself, right? In the
Mm-hmm.
midst of selfishness, those were crazy choices and decisions. There were times when I was like, well, Jesus died. He died for me to go and do that too, this, that, and third. Like, there are so many ways I've compromised that. But at the end of the day, I've always been a person of high integrity. And I'm not going to do any and everything for money. Some things I'm not willing to do, just like in a restaurant. I'm not willing to feed you no bad food just
Mm-hmm.
to get
Mm-hmm.
your money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can oftentimes think from a worldly financial view
Mm-hmm.
that that's crazy, but you don't know the spirit behind the things you do in this world. And if I gotta
Exactly.
be right where I'm at right now, and I have contributed to our situation and be here to help us get out of
Mm-hmm.
this turmoil, I wouldn't change a different beat or step out the whole lifetime because I don't want to be a part of that.
Exactly. Exactly. Let me go. I was ready to go to Mo, but I always like to go to my ladies first. So Annie from Mississippi. Good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. How are you? Good morning,
Hey,
everybody.
good morning. Good morning. We're talking about the situation that's going on with Diddy, Puffy, whatever his name is these days. He got so many different names. Do you believe the hype that's going on, or is it just conversation for the day? Or did he do the things that it said he done to Usher and Justin Bieber and a whole list of other people? Do you believe what they say is going on?
I do believe it. I believe he's done all of that and then some.
Mm,
I believe there are other people out there that probably went through him to get their career started, and there are I'm sure the list is very long, and I believe there are some pastors on that list as well.
mm-hmm.
There are some people, men of God, that's on that list as well. It's just sad because this is what we have come to. But I thank God for this. I thank God that nothing is done in the dark that will not be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
God exposed. He's exposing right now. And this man's career is over. I don't believe anybody will ever hire him to do anything. Sponsor him on no level. I don't believe that. I believe right now, the end for him is near. And like I say, I don't feel bad for him because it's a demonic spirit. People allow money
Mm-hmm.
to cause them to do things. They went after Bill Cosby. But one thing about Bill Cosby, he was never involved in that type relationship. It was all about the ladies for him. But I'm grateful for that part right there,
Mm-hmm.
even though most of them lied too. But when it comes down to getting your career started, you don't never know what will have happened and what will happen in Hollywood. And I think Diddy took advantage of it. I think he took advantage of him being who he were.
Mm-hmm.
I think he took advantage of, him can do what he want to do. And Satan that's within him pushed him to do everything. He there was no limit to what he'll do.
Mm-hmm.
I never could get with him, and now I know why. Even when I was in the clubbing days, I never could get with this man. The music, I couldn't get with him because there was something about this man that it didn't seem right to me. And now I know why.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why. I think he used his money as a power tool to get people to do whatever you want them to do,
Mm-hmm.
and they fell for it.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
it's coming out, and it's sad because they had no morals at all. They was they was worried about getting up there on their own, using their own talent. They wanted to go through him, and he made it look so pretty to them. Probably, I
Mm-hmm.
can endorse you. I'll stand by you. I'll do whatever. And there you go. But it's sickening and it's sad what the world have come to. It just
Mm-hmm.
is sad. It's just
Mm-hmm.
sad.
Yes.
If
Yes.
nobody cares, nobody fears the Lord. What about? I mean, nobody have no morals. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
have no kind of, no moral compass to say this is wrong and I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it the right way. Or, if I fail, I feel just fail. At least I tried. But
Mm-hmm.
they went out there, they want to get their name bigger. And he used it to his advantage. And that's what you see right now. And you're going to be surprised, Raheem, who all is going to be exposed on this list as well. There's more people coming out. I
Oh yeah.
believe that.
Oh yeah. I believe that too. It is it's gonna be interesting. I'd say it that way. It's gonna be interesting. Mo, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Fine. I didn't hear what the topic of this morning. I'm just hearing bits and pieces of
Well, we're
things.
talking about the Diddy situation, and do you believe the things that they say he's done to Usher, Justin Bieber, and a list of other people? Do you believe the hype, or is it just conversation for today?
Well, I worked in the industry. AT Aliens tour, Outcasts, been across the country. It was a great month and a half, seeing all over, and there were not with guys and stuff, but working as the tour manager, I had to keep things in check,
Mm-hmm.
making sure they don't get in trouble, things of that nature. So you're going to be these tales of just wanton behavior, and this is not new.
Mm-hmm.
We can go, I mean, go all the way back and see there are different things at different points, and with different people with fame. And it's what was talked to me about by John Hope Davis. He called it the pornographic pursuit of the now that
Mm-hmm.
young people have an issue with. I want it now. I want it all now. But when we're talking about sex, um, be they between man and either homosexual or heterosexual sex, human beings are human beings. Just like violence is a primary drive, sex is a primary drive too.
Mm-hmm.
Working at the Centers for Disease Control and the Behavioral Clinical Surveillance Branch, which is HIV prevention, there was a term that was used called hypermasculinity. And around that time, there was another term called homothug, men who don't believe they're gay because they penetrate and are not penetrated. And it depends on certain societal things. There's a very powerful movie called Prison Song. You can't even see it anymore right now. You got to really look for it. But one of the scenes in there were these young men who had been locked up since they were like 15, and after they hit 19, they were going to be go to an adult prison. And one prisoner had stated, because he was mad that this guy had a girlfriend coming to visit him, that he's never been with a woman before. He's always been around men, and he's going to be around men for the next 20 years. So what am I supposed to do? So there are those different aspects of stuff. We can look at even when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with his scandal, getting underage girls pregnant at a mosque.
Mm-hmm.
Power, people want to be close to power. People want some of that reflection, and when you bring in illicit drugs, or you bring in a situation where the women are running around naked and everyone is down to have sex, it can get you into trouble if you don't have a moral compass.
But do you believe it? Do you believe it's happening in the way that they're saying it's happening?
Well, I mean, I believe something happened. Otherwise, it wouldn't be at this particular phase, whether it's, big names like Justin Bieber or someone you've never heard of. I mean, look at Africa Bambaataa, okay? And what happened to him? Turned out that, the rapper, Planet Rock, all of that,
Yeah.
Zulu Nation. He was kicked out the Zulu Nation when they found out he was having sex with underage boys.
Wow. There's a whole list of things. There's a whole list of things, man, that
I forgot the comedian.
don't look too appealing. Tucson, talk to me, brother. Hold on. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
Well, some of them are your judges and elected officials, all in the White House. There's still this. It's just me. This is just me. I think that it started a long time ago when they was already doing it, but they decided to do it and they called it buck breaking. And we adapted. I think these people that we're talking about adapted a claim to fame to when they get to a certain position, their sexual desires overwhelm them. It don't matter whether it's a child, it don't matter whether it's a little boy or a little girl or an old man. Can you imagine a man coming in there and he tough and big and buff, and all of a sudden they flash that money to him and it says, man, you can be like me. Just anyway. But anyway,
you could be as powerful as I am. You could be as powerful as me. It's gonna take a little something. It's gonna take a little something, but you can do it.
You'd be surprised how many of our rich people drop their moral values for a little bit of time. Let me start thinking tell you what I thought about. I thought about, you remember, and I don't know whether they was homosexual or whatever, but they made their way to fame. Flip Wilson.
Yeah.
Mom's Mabel. Wasn't Mom's Mabel? Was that a man?
Now that I don't know.
No. Mom's Mabel was not a man.
Okay, good. Well, thank you. I'm sorry, Mom. She did.
Yeah, she did it go. Yeah.
Anyway, family. I'm sorry. But there was others that Flip Wilson. I know that wasn't no woman.
No.
I thought it to you.
Geraldine.
But they was famous. Geraldine.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't gonna tell you about the modern man. We talk about drag queens in our school, but we make them famous when they dressed up like Medea. Is what it is. Around here, I'm gonna just tell you, I don't care. I really don't. I mean, it's just people do stuff because the root of it is evil. They love that money.
Yeah.
And don't worry about what mama taught you, daddy taught you. If you don't agree with mama and daddy, all they do is just move. I know some people that are doing well. I saw a young man, I'm gonna call him a young man. And he had a video. Why you want to put your video in? Oh, have mercy. Oh, I don't mean no harm. But you put in your video, you and your boyfriend, you the man, you're a boy, you're a young man, and you and your man in the bed together. Who want to see that? I don't want to see that. But the industry promotes that.
Yeah.
Type of behavior. And not only in that industry, somebody is paying for all of these people to have all this money. What are they doing? Who opened the door to it? And when you see not only Hollywood and those that are in the music industry and stuff like, but if you check it out, you'll find out that it's in the White House, the government's house, and the mayor's house, all of that, and these rich folks. Something about them rich folks they like to be promiscuous. Is that
Mhm.
the word? I
Yeah.
almost got it right.
Mhm.
Any one of y'all smart enough to pronounce that word for me?
Promiscuous. I ain't that smart, but I could say it. I could.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Promiscuity.
I'm
Mhm.
just saying. I be saying stuff. I'm just be saying stuff, man. I'm
I
sorry.
know you. I know, man. I only listen to you when you say that. I only listen to you when you talk like that, man. I know better. I know better. You know, somebody listen to you. You know, they they may giggle a little bit, but I already know better. Let me go to Ryan. Ryan, what's on your heart? Annie from Mississippi coming to you next.
Yeah. So I don't care what kind of money you got.
Exactly.
I'm staying untainted.
Mhm.
I'll be broke in a cardboard box with nobody caring about me before I let you do that for some fame.
Mhm.
What is fame? Fame is something that lasts temporarily, right?
Exactly.
Unless you're somebody like Pac and you can put out 30 albums before you die and people still using your voice on the AI to make money.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly.
But it just I just don't get it. Now you said in a very nice way, I don't see the appeal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
even on the power trip, bro.
Mhm.
Like where is the appeal?
Mm.
I can't even get aroused looking at another man.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So it's like if you're gonna do a power trip, at least you know flex. Do your flex with your money. Oh, that's nice, and then pull around the corner in your Bentley.
Mhm.
It's something like you don't have to do all of this. Like I don't. It's like a spirit, man. I think Annie was talking about it. It's a nasty spirit, a demon, whatever you want to call it, that hangs out in these industries, because people are so drawn and attracted to being famous and making money because they think that that's going to solve all their problems. But
And
if they step back and look at the wide picture of what's happening to these folks right now that got all this money,
Mhm.
problems. Diddy said it himself with Biggie: more money, more problems.
Yep.
So he
Exactly.
got all the money, and now his problems just escalating.
Mhm. A different
And
kind
he's
of.
going to spend, yeah, he's
Mhm.
going to spend the rest of his life when they convict him behind bars.
Mhm. Exactly.
And then
Wow.
what? What's going to happen to all that money?
Mhm.
Them
Mm.
assets going to get froze. They're
Everything's
going
gone.
to get taken away. It's gone.
Yep.
What did you do this for? You
Mm.
destroyed your soul, your own soul, for money, and you ain't gonna have nothing left. You ain't
And
even gonna have the 2 coins to put on your eyes to pay the ferryman to go across.
mhm. Exactly. And I guarantee you, I don't care how much money you had or have or whatever, you can't buy your place in the heaven. You can't buy your place. You sell your soul, it's gone. You can't buy your way back. You can't pay. You
And
can't pay a price and come back.
I feel like I'd be remiss to mention it's not just musical artists that be doing this.
No, it's not. No.
We seen it coming out of the pulpit too,
Yep. Yep.
selling their soul. They
Mm.
know what's finna happen to them because they preach about it,
Mhm.
and they do it anyway. They got an extra crispy fire coming for them.
My wife sent something to me last night. There was a pastor. Y'all might have seen it too. It was on TikTok. There was a pastor in the church, and he was singing, and there was a lady in there, and she was just like and she was just screaming, I guess the Holy Spirit came over or whatever the case, but he walked over to her and he said, "Tell her shut up in the name of Jesus, shut up," and walked away and kept singing his song. I'm like, wait a minute, this lady. How do you know where she was at, or what she was going through, or whatever? But she's disturbing his song. He wanted people to hear his song. And he walked up to her and told her, shut up. She did. Shut up. And he kept on, he commenced to singing his song. Wow. Annie, Annie from Mississippi, what's on your heart?
Yes, I watched that yesterday. Rev Pastor Keenan something
Yes,
is his
yes, that's
last
him.
name,
Yep,
but
yep.
I saw it yesterday and how he just went over there and he just told her silence in the name of Jesus, and she
Yes.
just immediately
Shut
got
up.
quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, the only voice I want to hear is God. And so,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, people, when I find people like that in the church, I can't sit under you like that. I can't be up under somebody like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and many people defended what he's done. You know, they just defended. They said, well, she does it every Sunday and whatever, but it doesn't matter if she do it every day.
Mm-hmm.
If she want to
Mm-hmm.
worship God in that way, let her worship
Yep.
God. I
Come
mean,
on.
it's not about you anyway. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the Lord.
Come on.
And maybe she's trying to get a breakthrough. You don't never know what the woman going through.
Mm-hmm.
All you know is what you feel on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But I want
Mm-hmm.
to talk a little bit about that, about the Diddy thing as well. Now, I saw people. No, Diddy's big in the industry. I get that. I saw people. I see people on social media also, Raheem, that has a platform of many followers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one person in particular that I noticed about a month ago. My daughter had told me to type in his name. And I typed his name in, and all of a sudden, this one guy that has HIV,
Mm.
and he puts it out there.
Mm-hmm.
He has HIV. You know, he puts it on his profile on his page, so people know. But you know what? The shocking part to me is this: many people, many young men, he have this thing where they put a mask on their head, on their face, and they go to this site, something called OnlyFans, and they have sex with him to build their platform. I mean, these are people, young men. He even went to a college.
Wow.
And a young man there was willing to have sex with him, you know, and all this other stuff, and go on OnlyFans with him to build a platform.
Mm-hmm.
How sickening is that? How low do you have to be to have sex with somebody that is already HIV positive, and you want to lay down with them, and you know, and do all whatever they ask you to do to build a platform? That makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
But that's where we have. That's where this world. That's where we've come to. It's like everything goes now, and people make it okay,
Mm-hmm.
because if you say something about it, they get mad with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
God did not make man for man. I'm sorry, He did not.
Mm-hmm.
He did not make woman for woman. He did not. That's not how God created us. It's
Mm-hmm.
an abomination. Now people don't understand what that means. Let me tell you what that means. Abomination, talking about the sex, is one thing with the woman. That's one thing. But when you talk about an abomination, it goes against multiplication. You cannot have a child with a woman. Two women can't have a child.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot have a child.
No.
Two men cannot have a child.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes against God's law.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't want to accept that. Or they'll say, well, God should love anybody. That ain't what God said. So we have to love them with a different kind of love. But He did not say get in bed with a woman. He never said that. He never said two men lay down. He never said that. And I don't care how much money this nation may have or what they may put into it. You can't make a man have a baby. They can marry up. Obama, he signed off on that. Two men can marry, but they cannot have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It goes against what God says. I don't care what you put in that man's womb. I don't care what you do. You can try out till doomsday. It ain't gonna happen because it goes against what God said.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we come to right now. That's where we are right now. Anything goes. Anything to get a little bit of money. Anything to get a little bit of platform. That's crazy. Even risking your own life.
Yeah.
Risking your own life to get a platform. Risking your own life. It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where we are today.
Exactly. And if you can't hang out with us for a little bit, I'm gonna come back to you in just a minute or two. Let me go right now to Tucson, and then we're gonna go to Cassandra. Cassandra's with us this morning. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
You're gonna get kicked off of Nate. I don't know what's going on here, but this can be almost considered. I don't know what how can I say? You know how people when you don't agree with their lifestyle, they put it out. Let me put it like this. Romans chapter 1, in some places they have proclaimed it to be hate speech
Mm-hmm.
because people do what they want to do, even when it's unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
And these days, unnatural is popular.
Wow.
Um, is it curiosity? You ever heard of curiosity kills the cat? They got a lot of dead cats around
Mm-hmm.
because people must be really curious. How did they make it to fame?
Mm.
And then they find out, and they don't stop till they get there, and they're willing to do just about anything.
Yeah.
So the sexual immorality seems like it just seems like it'll get you there.
Mm-hmm.
And and I don't understand it, and I can't figure it out. What I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's all of a sudden, I remember when he was a sinner. I'm talking about good at his job, professional football player, and all of a sudden, he come out of the what we call the closet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not just Hollywood. It's not just singers.
No. It's not. It's not.
everywhere.
Yeah. It's across the board.
It's not. And
Mm-hmm.
then when we talk about I've known things to go on in national conventions. You find bishop or pastor such and pastor such and such hooked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Lord
Wow.
have mercy.
Wow.
What's that all about?
Mm-hmm. And so
What is that all about?
and that just proves the point. It's across the board. And we talk about entertainment right now, but it is not limited to entertainment. It is not. It is not. It is not.
No, but what I'm saying is, Raheem, why is it, or what is it that fame causes you to lose all your moral values?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I don't know. I mean,
Mhm.
here you are preaching this for years,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, you and the other God's best preacher,
Mm-hmm.
to find out that both of y'all in the closet,
Wow.
down on the down low.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, Raheem, you'd be surprised. I keep saying it, but these politicians that we got,
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of them. Yeah.
some of them are sex traffickers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go to the prison system.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go to prison system
Exactly. Exactly.
because you know the wardens. You find out that these favors that people get, it ain't free.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Wow. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking a question. Do you believe all the hype that's going on right now with the Diddy situation, with the Usher, the Justin Bieber, and all the other people that's involved in the entertainment and life
How you been
industry?
on the quiet side?
Say it again. Say it again.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mute my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't mute my phone. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Do you believe what's really being said? Do you believe what's really going on, or what they say is going on? Is this thing running as rampant as people say it is, as they want you to think that it, or they try to hide for so long, but now things are coming to the forefront? Cassandra, good morning, young lady. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Cassandra, and I know
Yeah,
you in the industry, you in the industry yourself, and I know you've probably seen different things or heard different things or try to pray over different things. Do you believe all the hype that's going on right now? Is it as bad as they're trying to make you think it is?
it's been bad. It's been bad. It's just that because of social media,
Mm-hmm.
we have more exposure to what has been going on,
Mm-hmm.
and it can spread faster than it used to.
Yes.
So yeah, this is nothing new in the entertainment industry. And like several people have said, it's not just the entertainment industry.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely.
the church. And see, the church has become an entertainment hub anyway. So
Mm.
don't, please don't even go me there. It's all about being entertained when you go to church now, And so it's either the fashion capital or it's the it's just entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah.
put it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nothing new that I've heard, or nothing that I have not been shocked by. One thing
Mm-hmm.
that I've heard was going on in the entertainment industry, and people have been doing the down low since
Mm.
I can remember. I mean, this isn't anything that shocks me or
Yeah.
surprises me. And it goes all the way up the ladder, and it's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not. I'm not making a judgment call on anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not making a judgment call on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that upsets me the most, whatever you want to do, that's your business because you're grown. As long as you're grown, I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
But when other people are affected by what
Yes.
you do,
Yes.
that's where my concern comes in. You understand? When
Cassandra,
you
let me
got
ask you a question.
underage kids and you got wives, you have
Mm-hmm.
children. Oh Lord, I almost said something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you
Cassandra, let me
want
ask
to
you
do
something.
that, if you want
Cassandra.
to, no, if you want to have that type of interaction, stay single.
Mm-hmm.
Do what the heck you want to do
Yeah.
by your dang on self. What
Cassandra, let me ask you a
pees
question.
me off is,
Cassandra,
go ahead.
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
And I know pretty much how you feel about this, and I'm asking the question based on what you just said. In the church, there's a lot of children in the church, a lot of influential children in the church that's watching what's going on, and there's an impact on their lives as to what they see a lot of times. Now, if the male pastor coming to the church one Sunday, full of people, and they say, "I want to introduce you to my new spouse, my new significant other, the first gentleman. This is Marvin, my husband." How would you feel about that with all the kids in the congregation?
But it's happening all the time. Pastors are coming out all the time. We right here in Atlanta, the church in Conyers, that when that guy got up, this was several years ago. I mean, huge church, huge
Yeah,
church,
yeah.
lots of beautiful people that I know that
I
attended
went
his
to that
church.
church.
New Year's Eve, he figured he wanted, come out, and
Mm-hmm.
he stands in the pulpit and says, with his wife standing next to him,
Wow.
and says, I'm gay. I know I've been gay since I was around 12. And, woo, woo, woo. And it caused an uproar. So them being there and introducing themselves as gay, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. And this is my thing. Once again, you need to choose. I personally could not sit up under someone that's doing that I know. If I don't know, that's something different. But usually I know, even if they married to a woman, I know your discernment should tell you where people are and who they are. I'm not going to sit up under that. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not. I'm just not.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you bamboozled these people, and then you get bold enough to actually stand up there and say it in front of your entire if those people stay in your church, that's between them and God.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
they stay in your church, I just personally couldn't do it. It's just, I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet because I don't want to sound mean spirited and judgmental.
Yeah, exactly. And none of us do. But like I said, at the same time, we do what we do here on the Morning Glow. We have the dialogue. We talk about what it is that we're talking about, and we bring our truth to the conversation. We bring our truth. Leonard, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Raheem and the Morning Glow family.
Leonard, we're talking about the whole situation going on with P. Diddy right now. What they say he did to Usher and Justin Bieber and the industry as a whole. With all the homosexuality acts that's going on. P. Diddy had at one instance where they say the guy from what's the name of that show? Family Matters. Says they caught them in a very compromising situation, very compromising position, walking in on them and asked Diddy what was going on and say that and say Diddy was actually going up the man's backside, going up in his backside. And so asked Diddy what's going on, and he said that man, it's amazing what you can make a man do when he needs money. And this is something that quote unquote he said. Is this industry as they're making it out to be right now, Leonard? Is it really that barbaric? I could say that word every now and then, but is it as they think it is? Barbaric. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know what the word I was talking about, but go ahead, brother. What do you think about this industry, man? Is it really that bad?
Well, first of all, I'm not in the industry.
Mhm.
If
But you know what
I
you
don't,
see. You know what
I'm
you
not
see, brother.
trying to say is if it's that bad or not. But I
Mhm.
mean, what do you expect homosexuals to do?
Wow. So you're saying Diddy is a homosexual?
A lot of them are.
Wow.
They do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole notion that he's somehow making people do this, that they're doing it in exchange for what they want.
Mm.
So if they willing to do that for what they want, that's their business. I don't think neither one of them is no better than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
One just got more. That's all. One that whoever got to have the most, that's one that's gonna get the most attention.
That's the
So
negotiator.
if that's where your
That's the negotiator.
yeah, exactly, and that's what you negotiate with. No, ain't no different than no woman.
Mm.
Ain't
What?
no difference.
What do you mean when you say that? Help me understand what you mean when you say ain't no
People
different.
trade for what they want all
Mm-hmm.
day, every day. Do anything.
Mm-hmm.
The painting the picture as if there's one person controlling it and everything. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not down with that. Is he nasty? He always has been. When
Mm-hmm.
was he ever not?
Mm.
I mean, I see that's why I don't idolize entertainers and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I enjoy your talent. That's about it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not trying to be like you and all this type of crap. And
Was R. Kelly your talent?
oh, extremely talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely talented guy.
Mm-hmm. But his
But
lifestyle you didn't agree with?
I mean, I don't know what his lifestyle was. I know what
Well,
I heard.
yeah. Based on that, based on what you heard, do you agree with that part of his lifestyle? If it was his lifestyle,
Not. It depends on which part you're talking about.
the part where he was manipulating and dealing with underage girls.
No. That part I don't even get into because
Mm-hmm.
every time somebody talk about somebody else manipulating somebody else, I'm not that type of guy. You do
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do. You grown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not this person. It's always somebody else's fault. No, it's not. It's your fault.
Mm. So it's R. Kelly's
You
fault.
did it.
It's R. Kelly's fault that he did the things that he did with these
Yes, he's
underage
gonna
girls.
stand for his, and you gonna stand for yours. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna be no sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's Sharon last name?
you
Go ahead, man.
it's so easy to blame somebody else for
Mm-hmm.
your sin,
Mm-hmm.
and you think that somehow makes you innocent.
Mm.
I mean, that's ridiculous, and I don't allow people to play me like that, to make me believe that, they are always the victim.
Mm.
Like I said, I'm not into this romance with being a victim. I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People think just because they say that somehow releases them from the responsibility of their actions. You came, you went, you saw, you got involved. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm. Wow. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We're going to change the topic right now, but right now what we're talking about is the industry. Do you believe all the hype that's going on, or is it just talk of the day? One of the things we're talking about is the Diddy situation. P. Diddy, Puff Dad, whatever he call itself. The things that going on with the people, Usher, Justin Bieber, and a list of other people. Do you believe the hype, or is it just conversation for today? Curtis, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Hey, what's up, right here? What's going on, family?
What's going
How
on, man? How
y'all
you
doing,
doing?
morning, bro?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Do you believe the hype, man? Is do you think it's reality? You in the industry as well, man. How do you feel about this? Is it do people really sell themselves like that?
You know, the average person, the average person
Mm-hmm.
will almost do anything for fame and fortune, bro. That's just
Wow.
that's
Wow.
just a well-known thing that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you something that I have been paying attention to that I don't hear nobody really saying, but I've just been paying attention to it recently, and I'm really saying, wow. You know, Raheem, here's
Excuse me.
what nobody is mentioning now. We dealing with these folks now, and these folks are 40 and, 45, 50, some pushing 60. But, and this is not to make any excuses, but you know what, I was looking at some things the other day. There were a bunch of photos, bunch of old vintage photos. And I couldn't help but notice, a lot of these people was 18 or younger when they was coming into their heyday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you're 18. I mean,
minds are able to be manipulated.
your mind is able to be manipulated. Not only is your mind able to be manipulated, your pockets can be manipulated.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not making any excuses at all, but I am noticing, like, we're talking about people today. It seems like, let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like we're talking about people today in their present form, but we're talking about things that they did in all reality as children,
Mm-hmm.
who were given were given, well, I don't even want to say given, because some people just really worked their butt off and earned it, but didn't know what they was earning.
Mm-hmm.
But we're given this task and this responsibility that they realistically, psychologically, was not prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for behaviors, but I just the last couple of days, I have acknowledged, because I was, like I said, I was looking at some vintage photos, and I'm like, wow, hold on, these cats was
At what
the
age?
industry.
At what age should a person be responsible for their decisions?
Raheem, I don't know that, and I'm not. Please don't ask me that question as if I'm trying to excuse.
No. I'm just asking a question.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't quite figured that out. Some states say age 16, just called age of consent. Some states say 14.
Mm-hmm.
Some states
Way too young.
say no, you can't. You don't have a right to make your own decisions until you're 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't figured that much out yet. But all I'm saying is, now that you think about it, right, and we done been young,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
At can you imagine, Raheem, if you was given $500,000
Mm-hmm.
when you was 17?
Yeah.
Right? Can you imagine some of the things that you would have done?
Yeah, but
I'm
at this,
not excusing nothing.
Yeah, I understand what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
excusing any behavior.
We got to
I'm
move
just
on,
saying,
Curtis.
can you imagine that, bro?
Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying, but like I say, there has to come a point in time where you have to ask yourself, what is attached to this money? What is attached to this money? What is attached to it? Because I told y'all the story many times before about how when I was in Colombia, and I was much older than that. I was much older than 17, 18, whatever. But I had Shanisha Promotions, and we did beauty pageant, fashion shows, concerts, comedy. And I told y'all the story. The man came in there with that briefcase full of money, man. I said, "Nah, man, take that with you, bro. No, I don't know what's tied into that. No, I'm good. I'm good, man. You can't turn up. Yes, I can, brother. Get your briefcase. I'll talk to you, man. I'll talk to you later." Hadn't seen him no more. Hadn't seen him again in my life ever. But what was attached to that money? What was going to be a link to that money? Had I got the briefcase and said, "Oh yeah, thank you, brother, thank you," and then what would I have to do tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after, or the months or years after? Sometimes you got to ask yourself, man, what's tied to it? What is tied to this money? And it may not be something that you like. Let me go to Mo. Mo, talk to me. We're going to switch the topic. I'm going to ask everybody, do they have anything else they want to say on this topic? We've got another topic, and I hope this next topic don't get us kicked off, but we're going to talk about it.
Well, well, first, and I've said it before, Black manhood is destroyed first in Hollywood. Even the strongest Black, like Ving Rhames, Ving Rhames did Holiday Heart, which is a great thing, great piece of work. Wesley Snipes was a drag in Tu Wong Fu, part of his contract with the studio. But Denzel never put on a dress. Sidney Poitier never put on a dress. Isaac Hayes never put on a dress. Jim Brown never put on a dress. And Dave Chappelle refused to absolutely do it. And it reminds me of our Georgia music legend, Little Richard Pennyman, using Pancake 31, taught by Billy Wright. He wasn't trying to be a woman. He was accentuating his good features in that. And his musical genius is beyond measure. And he was bisexual. And he left the industry when he got his calling to be a preacher and threw all his gold rings in the river. Turned to the church, kept his business private, whatever it was. Many people I know, you reach a certain age, or celibacy is fine, and just friendship is there. But Pancake 31, that makeup Little Richard put on, probably over time killed him because he died of bone cancer. And drag queens use that particular makeup too. The cover everything and anything. But in the end, Hollywood, it's an entertainment. It's about boundaries, be it sports, anything like that. Like one of the things that in the NBA rookie camp that I know of for a fact is they tell the rookies, when you're out there, girls are going to be with you. Take your condoms with you.
Yeah.
Take your used condoms with you. Use your own condoms.
Yeah.
Because it's that serious. I worked a job where it used to be Roche Pharmaceutical Labs. Now I think it's called LabCorp. But one day, 8 members, was it like 5 or 8 members of the Hawks came in for paternity tests. I mean, we're talking decades ago.
Wow.
Okay. So what does that tell you?
Wow.
That's all I got to say.
Pass them. Wow. Anybody else have anything else they want to say on this topic before we move on to the next one? Okay, good.
Yes, but
go ahead.
What's really sad is because the industry is the way that it can be, what is really sad is we wind up missing some of the most talented of talent. You know what I'm saying? Some of the most talented individuals you will ever set in front of, we wind up missing them. Because they don't go with the you know what I mean? They don't keep up with the Joneses in so many words. Like they don't go with the things that may befall you in the industry. And that's shameful, man, because there's some talented people out here.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And that's true. That's true. Anybody else have anything they want to say before we move on to the next topic? Cassandra.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask you this question, and I want your whole heart to answer it for me, okay? How disrespectful, or are this group disrespectful, are men to women? How disrespectful are men to women in the society that we're living in today?
I mean, this is nothing new. I mean, women have been disrespected throughout the history of this world.
Mm-hmm.
They've been property, sold and treated substantially at a lower level than men. They have been neglected when it comes to education, and anybody that has any, you don't even have to be smart to answer this question.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to be smart. It has taken place throughout history, and it continues to take place. Women are doing better now, but think about it. In 2024, you still have women that culturally are made to be they're mutilated sexually because of their culture. They are made to marry people that they don't want to marry. They are not allowed to have an education. That's places like Africa. There are still areas in Africa where young girls are not allowed to go to school. Only the boys get to go. So for me, it's always happened. We've been disrespected in this country. The biggest music genre, which is hip hop, pretty much in this country.
Yes.
It is so much disrespect for women. It is ridiculous. They are bees and whores, and that is spread around the world. That's from our people.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's from Black men
Mm-hmm.
are disrespecting Black women, and it is a worldwide phenomenon.
Wow.
I did that whore all night long. The bee so and so and so and so. She just trying to get the money. Woo, 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 woo. And that's from our men.
Mm-hmm.
So, this right here, okay. I'll stop.
No, we don't want you to stop, because we want to hear. We as men want to hear. And how?
No, I mean, that's the bottom line, Raheem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no secret. Ain't the whole world knows that a lot, when I say a lot, because the music that's hot right now is basically talking about Black men, oh Lord, doing it to Black women, calling them bees and whores. Come on now. Let's not pretend like that's not what's happening. It is what's happening in the music world. And we are portraying that image around the world to other people.
Wow. Annie, I want to hear your heart on it. How disrespectful are men to women?
I knew you was coming to me, Nick.
Yes. Come on, let's talk about it.
Okay. Raheem, I mean, men are very disrespectful to women, and I think that's because men think that in which there is a male shortage, and because a lot of men are, behind bars, and I think that some men, let me put that disclaimer out there, not all men, some men think that, that they can treat women any kind of way, and that includes disrespect them because there's a male shortage. So I can date a woman in this apartment building, that apartment building, around the corner, around the hill, and it's okay. And a lot of times, here's the killing part right here. Women accept that. because they want to be tied to a man. Have a man in their bed every now and then. Even though he's part time. Many women don't care about that. So men can be some men are very disrespectful to women in this day and time. And like I said, many women accept it.
Wow. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Asking the question, how disrespectful are men to women? Are they disrespectful at all? Or is it just the way that is viewed or whatever the case? How do we handle that? How do we deal with that? How disrespectful, Tucson, how disrespectful are men to women?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Very. Just as disrespectful as women are to themselves sometimes. Very. But let me just answer the question. Because I'll be looking. I mean, I'll be kind of like, I wish I had. Sometimes I'll be wishing that I don't want to say that literally, but I'll be like, I need to pluck my eyes out for all that I see. Because, Lord,
come on, let's talk about it. Come on.
Some women cannot be disrespected because they won't allow a man or nobody else to disrespect them. No, won't have it. They won't have it. They won't do it. In any shape, form, or fashion. They would rather be alone. And I know that we see the culture that we have today, and we see how things operate. We manipulate people just for a little booty. But on the other hand, right, I see some of our young women, and I'm afraid because it's reality. They be popping that all over in front of the camera. And people dress with the clothes they buy themselves. Okay? If that's what you want to buy, that's fine. But why is it that you keep not only being disrespected by men, but you disrespect yourself? What's that all about? I mean, and I say it like this because some of these young ladies have brothers and husbands and sons and fathers and grandfathers, and they show their tail on social media like it's they got a well, I guess so. How can I say that without being ugly? Fresh piece of pie.
Wow.
It's getting silly, right?
Yeah.
Because we are going to hell in a handbasket.
But as men, as men, Tucson, are we disrespectful to the women? Regardless of what they do or how they act, or regardless of what they do, how they act, or how they dress, are we disrespectful to them?
Not all, but yeah, for the most part, yeah. I thought I said yeah. Not everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it goes to every entity in the world. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But you don't have to allow a person to disrespect you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. That's good. Leonard, talk to me, man. How disrespectful are men to women, or are men disrespectful to women?
Well, no, they have been. Some are, but I don't think I would say all men or most men. A lot of times women call it disrespectful if you don't do what they like. If you don't treat them the way they want to be treated, they call that disrespect.
Ouch.
Mm.
You know, I feel I would think twice if you asked me this about a man.
Mm-hmm.
Women are disrespected because they allow it, and you have to remember they also came through oppression, discrimination, and everything else. So when you say disrespect, what really are you talking about? Are you talking about the history of women's rights, or are you talking about how people feel each and every day?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. And
Well, I don't think we can we should
outside
lump
looking
them
in,
all together.
outside looking in, and I would never get on here and try to say I know or I understand how a woman feels, because I'm not a woman. I don't, but I can ask the ladies, and they could tell me how they feel and how they feel. And that's why I went to the ladies first when I asked this particular question. I wanted to get their stance on it and find out how they feel, and then we're gonna circle back around. We definitely want to talk to them some more.
Mhm.
But outside looking in, do you think men are disrespectful to women? Outside looking in.
Of course, but I don't think it's something that's it's not it's not something that is just unnormal or it's extremely subjective.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely subjective, and it varies from woman to woman. Which one? That's why I don't really get, women, I don't really get into the men versus women and all that
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
because people behave different ways, and that's usually why they get treated a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
You
Wow.
know, when you're there are women that are for what other women are complaining about, other women enjoy.
Mm.
So I'm not going to sit
basically,
here.
almost up. You 3 minutes almost up. But let me ask you this: so basically, you're saying the women at some point it can be a part of them sending mixed messages. One woman this way and one, and how do we know as men? How do we know? Is that what I'm
I
hearing
don't
you say?
believe the messages are mixed at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, you just said someone like
People,
one like the other one don't, and so how do you know?
well, one, all it takes is a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Good. 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 Good.
I mean, it don't take a rocket science.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of women drawn to this behavior.
Mm.
Now, you get people, that can go back and forth and argue about it all they want. It's just gonna change in the next 5 minutes.
Mm.
That's just about how much it's worth.
Mm-hmm. Wow. We gotta keep it moving. Then I'm gonna come back to you because I got another question I want to ask of you.
Sure.
Mo, what do you say to this, man? Are men disrespectful to women?
Well, looking at, painting in broad strokes, I can't necessarily say that. I can speak from my own experience.
Mm-hmm.
I hold the doors open for women. I've
Mm-hmm.
let women get in front of me in the cashier line. I ain't trying to, talk to them or anything. In the local corner store, sister comes up $1 short or 50 cents short, I got no issues. So I say I got her. They look at me strange. And I'm not trying to hit on them or anything like that. But, I've been disrespected more, I think, hoping to open the door for women, and them just going by like it's expected, not even at least saying thank you. And then it was a serious trend, because within our certain areas of the Black community here in Atlanta, you've got a lot of quote unquote stud lesbians. And they started wearing fake like sideburns and like hair. And they are just as aggressive as rude men at times. I had one person jump in front of me with like no issue, and like almost just like daring me to try them. And then you look at the you've been talking about the down low men and everything else. You don't talk about the down low Black women and how some of them interact with Black men. And it's the culture thing. It's all part of the plantation. We were disrespected as men and women. They say women is the backbone of the family, to where what, Black man doesn't have any backbone. We're together. And we have to remember, when we look at Africa and you talk about Africa, we're blessed in certain ways in this country because we have our own ideas of equality and freedom and liberty. And we look at African countries and think, oh, we're going to get in there and change things because of the way women are being treated here, or way women are being treated there. But yet that culture has existed longer than the American culture. So globally, internationally, yes, there's a disrespect amongst women, even in the Christian faith. Women were some of the original evangelists in the early church, made the meals and everything. And then they were slowly written out of the chain of being pastors in Black churches. There are some Black churches don't want to see a woman pastor,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because of something Paul had said. So the disrespect is there. It's inherent within Western culture. You go outside of Western culture, you see the matriarchal societies. You see the honor towards women, and you can find examples of this constantly. So there we go.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Good deal. I want to go to Ryan, and we got Rico with us. I want to go to Rico as well. But before I do that, let me go back to Cassandra. Cassandra, what are you hearing right now? Cassandra?
What people feel, and that's and one thing about it, what a person sees, and they see what you want to see. You see what you want to see, but historically, it would be a lie for anybody to say that women have not been disrespected throughout history. They have not been subjugated throughout history. They have not been discriminated against throughout history. They have not been sexualized throughout history. So I mean, we can act like it, that didn't happen, or that still is not happening. Just let me throw one thing out here. When it comes to sex trafficking, who are the ones that are being sex trafficked the most? Men, women, boys, or girls? Which groups?
Women.
It's young girls, it's young women,
yeah,
it's older women.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I'm talking there are men that are in sex slavery and human trafficking, but please tell me who's the one. Why is that? Why would that be? And that's one of the biggest industries, money making industries in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say and pretend like, and well, she do it because she want to do it. That's a damn lie,
hey,
and I'm gonna say it straight up. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Women do not do it because they just they're put in because they want to be in. That's a damn lie.
Hey. Mm-hmm.
Stop telling that lie. Stop spreading that lie. People are doing it out of fear and other factors. But I don't know any woman that just two in my years of working in that industry that decided, oh, I just want to be a sex slave.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, y'all. Let's act like we. Let me stop.
Mm-hmm. Annie, what are you hearing? What are you hearing this morning in regards to this conversation from the men?
Let me say it right here. I'm gonna say it from a different point of view. In a relationship, many times money holds the key. Money holds the power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why me, even though my husband makes money, I make my own money. So therefore, if anything happens, I have my own.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the person who holds the money, they have all the power. So the way I look at it, from a relationship standpoint, a woman, if you're able, get your own, make your own.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, you don't have to worry about, anyone manipulating you, doing what they want to do because they hold the power.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521, asking the question, are men disrespectful? Are men disrespectful to women? Ryan, and then Rico, coming to you next. Ryan, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me.
Good. I don't know any men that are disrespectful to women. Emphasis on man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the people that I hang around with that call themselves men don't generally do that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will piggyback off Leonard. I was just talking to Z about this the other day. We was
Mm-hmm.
listening to some of the old late 80s, early 90s R&B stuff, and just listening to the things that were coming out of the mouths of those singers,
Mm-hmm.
looking for certain types of men. And none of those types of men are individuals that we would call respectful
Mm.
towards women.
Wow.
So I think Leonard is on to a little bit of something there, uh, probably a lot of it, but that doesn't make an excuse, right? I think that there's a lot of cycles, if you will, involved in this. We
Mm-hmm.
want to find, and again, I'm not a woman. I can't speak for a woman. I can only go based off of the women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a cycle. We want to find a good man. And you got dudes like Mo, open the door for you. We'll catch that tab. We'll pick up where you short. We'll do all of these things. And then you turn around and call him a chauvinist and tell him, I don't need a man. And then the next step in the cycle is, where have all the good men gone? It's very confusing. Now,
Mm.
for me, I'm not finna call you out your name and say you do this, you say you do that, and all of these different scenarios that seem to be mainstream because I don't like that stuff. I don't. I've experienced women in my life who want me to treat them a certain way. They want me to treat them that way. They're gonna have to miss me and catch the bus because I'm not going to treat you like a whore.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
I'm
hey.
not going to be disrespectful,
Mm-hmm.
slap you around, and all of this other mess, right? So I don't know. I guess it's confusing because men are disrespectful, but women are equally disrespectful to themselves and other people or other to men when they want a certain thing and you try and give it to them and then they talk down to you, start
Mm-hmm.
stepping on your back.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. I can't admit that men do say something they shouldn't be saying.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it myself in my time, or treated a female or a woman in a way that they shouldn't be treated. There's plenty of times when I've done that stuff because they've asked for it until I grew up and learned this isn't a way that I would want to be treated, and it's darn sure not a way that I would treat my wife. So miss me with that. I'm done with this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Let me go to Rico. Rico, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Man, I can't complain, man. I just happy to see another beautiful day of life. How y'all doing?
Hey, doing good, doing good. Rico, how disrespectful are men to women? Or are men disrespectful to women at all?
Yeah, men are disrespectful. Always have been. But this question is too open ended. So I guess I have to find my own gauge or scale. What I will say that they are disrespectful, but not as disrespectful or chauvinistic as they were in the past.
Mm-hmm. So it's gotten better.
I like what Annie said. I like what Annie said. Yeah, it's better today than it was in the past because, and it spoke about the power that men have, and those very powerful circles. Men may be just as disrespectful as they were in the past. They might exploit and subjugate women, But she also said something about having your own money. In the past, that was hard for a woman to do.
Mm-hmm.
Women have many more rights now. And then after Clinton got in office and did that with the child support thing, he slowed down the deadbeat dad movement. And then after OJ did what he did, and they improved these domestic violence laws, that made living conditions a lot better for women. And so, I mean, I can see now where things are a lot better for women now than they were in the past. I was one of those people that used to ask my mama, why don't you put my dad on child support?
Mm-hmm.
Child support wasn't as big a thing as it was in the 90s. But Bill Clinton took care of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have so many different instances where you can say men are still disrespectful. Look at Cassie and Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
once again, we're going to talk about the powerful people trafficking women. So this question, like for real, this question is so open ended. To the point of where it might just go in so many different directions because it's just, it's obvious that some women are being disrespected by men. It's even more obvious now that some women are even more disrespectful towards men.
Mm-hmm.
It's even more obvious now that some women are more disrespectful to themselves. Ain't nobody putting a gun in these women's heads and making them get on OnlyFans
Mm-hmm.
and drop that walk. Oh, ain't nobody putting a gun to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion head and say, "Hey man, I don't cook, I don't clean, I just drop this thing."
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I don't hear men telling women, calling women bees as much as they call themselves bees because it's a term of endearment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, sometimes I'm around women talking to each other, not just my ears burn. And I feel uncomfortable because they have taken on this mindset that they comfortable calling each other the B word.
Wow.
So the expectation and the entitlement of women has gotten a lot better than it was from my grandmothers and my great grandmothers and those that came before them. I could look at it in today's woman and tell the difference. And I like what Ryan said too. I've had conversations with these women that made the comment, "I can't find no good man. Ain't no more good men out there." But then I look at the ones they're choosing and the ones that they're shunning,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, man, that is a complete lie.
Wow.
It's
almost like they
women
don't.
like the rebel.
It's almost like they don't want to. They don't
like
want a good man. It's almost like they don't want a good man because they keep picking the same one over and over again. Is that what you're saying?
In a lot of cases,
Mm-hmm.
not in all cases.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do know that I've experienced that it seems like women find more of a, they find more intrigue and challenge and change in a man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I heard he was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he had a lot of women, but wait till he gets some of this.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So they'll share a man. You get what I'm saying? They'll share that popular man.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and see interviews now where you have groups of men and groups of women on stage asking each other questions, on podcasts asking each other questions. And the woman will say that they'll choose a rich cheater over an average loyal man.
Mm-hmm.
They choose a wealthy cheater. So,
Mm-hmm.
in some cases, there are men that's disrespecting women, but it's nowhere near to the extent that it was 50 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
60 years ago, 40 years ago. Like I said, I go back to what Clinton did. After Clinton did that with child support, I was clapping my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Then about a year later, I became a victim of it. Wait a minute, what you mean y'all was living with me? What you mean I got to pay child support? You was living with me. We just broke up a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, what you mean I got back pay?
Mm-hmm. From where?
I gotta pay it back, and they was living with me.
Mm-hmm.
When I was applauding, I was really applauding.
Mm-hmm.
Child support being implemented the way that it was, but now I'm seeing the abuse and the exploitation of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see as many women. Now, don't get me wrong, sex trafficking is going on. Women are getting kidnapped left and right and being forced to be sex trafficked. I know somebody personally that it happened to.
Mm-hmm.
But I see more women exploiting themselves.
Wow. Wow.
Like I
20
said,
seconds.
I don't see anybody kidnapping women, taking them to Magic City or the Blue Flame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Instagram. Look back at it. Look back at it. Twerk, twerk, twerk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with twerking. It's part of our heritage. You don't even know your black history. African history.
Mm-hmm. Hold right there, Rico.
Tell a woman that it ain't a part of our history.
Wow.
They'll justify that twerking.
Stay right there, man. We're gonna circle back around to you. But right now, I gotta play this commercial. You know, we got the cruise coming up, y'all, and I'm gonna play this commercial, get it out there, and let everybody know that you too could be a part of this cruise. We'd love to have you. It's gonna be a great 5 days. It's gonna be a great 5-day getaway, a 5-day getaway. So I'm gonna play this. Clip real quickly, and we're gonna come back. And Cassandra, when we come back, we're coming to you. So be on standby. And Toussaint coming to you after that. Here we are. Let's listen to this clip. This is our DKM Media Group Party Crew.
Come join us on our DKM Media Group First Party Cruise. We will be leaving out of Tampa, Florida on June 21st, returning on June 26th. That's right, 5 amazing days of fun and entertainment. All this will take place in the year 2025. The cabins hold 2 people, and there is a $200 cabin fee. The fee of $200 covers both parties. You heard me right. Your deposit is a single $200 fee, and you can secure your cabin for you and your significant other. Then you have until March 15th, 2025 to pay the remaining balance. That is almost an entire year to pay the balance on this outstanding cruise vacation. Do I need to tell you that we are going to 2 different ports? Or should I mention the fact that we are going to be on one of the best cruise ships? I know you are surprised, but this is all true. Contact me today for all the details. You can contact me by email at myfamilybychoice@mail.com. That's myfamilybychoice@mail.com. Why aren't you taking out your credit card now?
So just want to let you know that the cruise is available. The cruise is definitely available, and we would love to have each and every one of you on here. Let's come together, have a great time. 5 days, 5 days on the ocean, 5 days on the ocean, man. And everything is inclusive. Everything is inclusive. You want to get you a steak or a bowl of cereal at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You can get it. Don't cost you nothing. Come on, get it. Call, tell them, look, I want to go down here and give me something to eat. Go get it. Whatever it is that you want is on that. They're going to pamper you for 5 days. You deserve it, don't you? Don't you deserve it? I think you do. Get in contact with me today. myfamilybychoice@mail.com. Cassandra, talk to me.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. What there are going to be people that feel like that women are not disrespected for their own reasons, and then they, just throw back the blame game. It's because women are woo, or they woo. So you can't change that. That is what people believe, and they have to hold on to whatever it is that they believe. But I think in our hearts, most of us know that women are disrespected. Whatever they're doing, where in that group that's doing whatever that makes men feel like it's okay to be disrespectful. Whatever they're doing, I'm sorry that they're doing that, but most women would say that women are being disrespected.
Mm-hmm. Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
Now, you know it's not good for me to come after Cassandra.
Come on.
Because Cassandra's going to call me a liar. No, I'm just not me, but I hear and I know that it's not an opinion. I see likes and shares of women that exploit themselves all day long, voluntarily, for free. And I don't see no man filming them. I see them with their private parts tightly fitted, their garments of choice, with their children in the video too. 3 generations. Grandmother, mama.
Toussaint, let me ask you a question.
And daughter.
Let me ask you a question, Toussaint. If a lady, and I hope no one does this, but if a lady walk outside booty butt bone naked, she walk outside booty butt bone naked, Does that give any other person, man, woman, or child, whoever, the right to touch or disrespect her?
No, 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 no. But I don't respect her. I'm just saying, what you doing that for? And then you got nerve to say, what you looking at? I'm looking at what you're showing me. Why is it that there are some women voluntarily even walk in this? I know that people might have, that might be all they have on. I mean, in the closet. But they wear this fitted short dress and sit at the front of the pew. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why is it that your chest is showing?
Why he gotta say it
voluntarily?
Like that? Why he gotta say it like that, Leonard?
I didn't buy the
clothes. Leonard, why he gotta say it like that? Why you gotta get breast?
Because all her guts out. All her guts out.
He making absolute sense to me.
And then here's the thing. I used to hear an old preacher, and he was talking actually about the secretary. He said, "I see what you ate for breakfast." Lord have mercy.
Wow.
So surely we all know that women are being disrespected, but we have some women that got more balls than you. And they show it. I opened the door, and I know I'm running out of time. I got to say this quick. I was opening the door for a lady, so I thought, and she would not go in that door before me. I said, and I had the nerve to tell her, "You messed my whole day up because you wouldn't let me be who I am." She said, "No, I made your day."
Wow. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Asking that question, man. Are men disrespectful to women? Are men disrespectful to women? Women, do you feel disrespected by men? Leonard, talk to me. Mo, coming to you next, and then Ryan.
Well, it's pretty much a woman's question. I mean, why? I mean, I don't disrespect women. I mean, that's never been my thing at all. Now, what I do, I'm very observant. I can tell what kind of woman you is when I meet you. I can tell how it goes down. I can tell what you're down for when I meet you. Like, I'm not trying to save you. That's Jesus' business. So this notion that historically, there has been horrible atrocities against women, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. We want to talk about what's going on now. Y'all equal. If I free you, you got the right to do what you want to do.
What do you mean when you say free her?
You free to do what you want to do, but don't go do what you want to do and then come back here acting like somebody owe you something else. You want it to be just like me. Bam.
Have a man ever needed to be freed?
Yeah, all men should be free.
No. You say if I free her. So my question is, have a man ever been in a situation where he needed to be free, or have we always had the rights?
Well, I say it in general. If you are free, it's your responsibility.
Yeah, but have a man ever had to be freed?
Yeah.
Or have we always had?
Yeah.
Have a man always had the rights to do exactly what he wanted to do? Because
black men haven't.
Okay.
Black men haven't. So, like I said, one, you can go to these meetings if you want to. They're gonna be the same. There's going to be the same. It's just, if you're that type of person who believes that way all day, every day, you might want to check out yourself. Like, one, I don't get up every day thinking people hate me or disrespect me or dislike me. I don't even think about it at all. I don't really care because I live from the inside out, not the outside in. So one, women can act as if they so innocent if they want to. They're not. And I'm not going to be with you on that tip.
Why do you say they're not?
Because they're not.
Explain it to me.
Categorically, they're not. They make choices that they don't want, just like everybody else. They have regrets just like everybody else. A lot of them wish their lives would have ended up just like everybody else. You ain't the only one that don't suffer. So miss me with the subjective nature of this conversation. Now, if you want to talk about things that were actually encoded in the law and all of that, which is a fact, great conversation. But how a woman feel about herself, no, that's not interesting to me at all.
So you are saying in a roundabout way that women have been for a long time, maybe not today, but for a long time discriminated against.
Oh yes, most definitely. That's a fact. That's not a feeling. That's not how whether or not you like what's being said on the record or the music or anything like that. There is a fact, just like it was a fact that we were enslaved here, just like it was a fact there were places that we could not live because of the color of our skin.
Yeah.
See, that to me, disrespect is an English word that don't go nowhere. The words not that you're using is not big enough.
And what word should we use?
I mean, there's several that you could use, but disrespect is more of a free choice as opposed to a choice of a slave.
Good deal. Stay right there, Leonard. We get 3 minutes up. We got to keep it moving. Let me go to Mo. Mo, talk to me, brother.
Well, it goes, I totally agree with what Leonard stated. And it goes back to when we were talking.
Which part? Which part, brother?
The latter part of it, of miss me with that. It's the fact that yes, women have been discriminated against, and for me, it's the first portion of his show was talking about Diddy, and I forgot the sister's name, but she talked about an abomination. The disrespect that we have within our diaspora is an abomination that was born out of slavery and relationships. We're the only people in the world who are descendants of African slaves, to where the foundation of the family and behavioral modification to be breeders and bucks, and going forward from that, and women not having a choice with that as a people. There is a cultural aspect of it, and we need to, but as I stated before, your question is way, way too broad, because we all have allegorical stories and everything. Because I mentioned that I did see a beautiful, two things. I'll be real quick. I did see a beautiful young woman who was in crisis, naked and everything else, and I called, for a behavioral health unit, not where I am now. This was years ago, and I talked to her calmly and put a sheet around her, and she just cried until the police ambulance came. And then there was an incident in the church where I was at, where this girl had come in for maybe 2 or 3 times, and she was dressed very provocatively. And then one day she just broke down, and all the mothers of the church who were in white came around her and hugged her and explained what, talk to the pastor. Pastor explained that, she was welcome there to help her. And we talk about the women who come in with, dressed voluptuously and everything else. There's a reason they're there. And we will not reject them as Christians. We just bring the word.
Good deal. 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. Ryan, then we're going to go to Rico, and we're going to circle back around after that. Ryan, what's on your heart, brother?
I don't even know. I pretty much said everything I can say on it.
What do we need to do? Even though it's been said that we've moved forward and we've advanced to the point where we appreciate women a lot more, is there still some work to be done, Ryan? Is there still some work to be done?
Yeah, man. I mean, respect, relationships, they're all labors of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you think you finished, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like being married. You ain't never done working. It's a job. It's a full-time job, but it's a job you're supposed to love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
know, some people don't. um, but I think, hey, it's facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's facts. Some people don't even like to sit next to their spouse. Why are you even married?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that moving forward, I mean, it's just a lot of give and take. I think attitudes have to change, not so much just men, but like I was saying, women.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of, listen, man, I think social media done thrown everything out of whack.
Mm-hmm.
I think
How
having
how do you say that? But only thing social media is doing is exposing it and showing it. It's not making people act that way necessarily. It's just giving them a platform to show it and show what people are doing.
I disagree with you. I
Okay.
think that women, a lot of the women that I see, I don't partake in social media anymore. I got rid of that out of my life, and I'm happier for it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the women that I saw on there, Instagram, Facebook, they're looking for validation.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to go to a real man in the flesh. They could just put their assets out
Mm-hmm.
on social media and get likes, hearts, clicks, comments.
What do you
All
think
the
they're missing?
validation they could ever need is right there.
What do you think they're missing for a person to have to do something like that? What are they missing?
Something must have happened in their life that they felt maybe disrespected, or they've been chasing the wrong dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I said it earlier, chasing Chad. Chad dumps him, replace him with another Chad. He dumps him. And then when they finally used up, they replaced Chad with Chadwick,
Wow.
the guy they've been passing by for years that's always wanted to treat him good,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and I think that it comes a point where you've been through so much heartache, so much pain, that you're tired of dealing with people in the flesh.
So you
So
think
you
by
do
the
the
time,
next best thing.
so you think by the time they get with Chadwick, they're worn out, destroyed, and Chadwick have a damaged product.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's the alphas, right? That the quote unquote, I'm gonna put the air quotes up, even though you can't see it. Chad is the guy with the 6-pack. He's 6'4", got a nice car, nice job, money. He's the bad boy that Rico was talking about,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
running through everybody.
Yeah.
And then you got the guy who's your average Joe. He makes a good living, or an average living. Sometimes he don't even make a good living, but he gonna treat you like gold, but you passed him by
Mm-hmm.
because you're chasing after what you want, not what you need.
Mm.
And then when you hit that 35 to 38 range,
There go your timer.
I hear it. You get that 35 to 38 range, your internal clock, whether you want to admit it or not, is ticking, and it done already ran out. So then you settle.
Mm-hmm. Good deal. Stay right there. We're gonna circle back around to you, Rico. Talk to me,
Excuse me,
brother.
Raheem. When you
Yes, sir.
say there's your sound, do that. Is that like roosters and stuff? What is that?
No. That's just right there. Can you hear it? Can you hear that?
No, I don't hear it. That's why when you usually mention, I'm like, what's
Oh,
that
you might not
sound?
be able to hear it because you're actually on the video.
Oh,
For
okay.
us, it's like
Gotcha.
that's what it sounds like for me.
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
it's a sound that's being played when the time
Gotcha. Okay.
Good deal. Let me go to Rico. Rico, talk to me, brother. Toy you with the T, coming to you next.
Hey, you might have to replace that little sound and just start pulling that harmonica out
Yeah.
every 3 minutes.
Exactly.
Wait, Raheem, you play the harmonica?
So everybody can hear it.
Huh?
But yeah, somebody else said something.
No.
No, I didn't know Raheem played harmonica too.
No. It's a little sound. It's a little It's actually a guitar pitch thing that I have here that I blow. And so, you know, when I used to do it when Bishop came on. But go ahead, Rico.
Oh, hell. Oh, my fault.
No, there you go. There you go.
Thought he was coming.
No, not yet. Talk to me, Rico.
Yeah, man. What can we do, man? The only thing we could do is try our best to, I'm gonna say, influence people to use the value system of respect, self-respect. But people seek acknowledgement, recognition, validation, and attention so much that the influence for opportunity will make people sort of start doing something strange for a little piece of change. You know, like Ryan was saying a second ago, I know plenty of women that like the notorious men. And then after they go through so many men, they finally get a good one, and you could love them to death. Oh, girl, you got your good one. You got your good one. Then she break up with him. He was too nice.
Yeah.
He was too nice. What you mean he was too nice? Oh, what was that scenario you gave the other day where the man was set up by them women, and well, I ain't gonna say set up. He was set up by his girlfriend to come out and eat with the rest of the girlfriends, and he had to pay the whole bill because of that expectation.
Exactly.
Well, a real man would do this.
Yep.
Well, a real man would have did that. Oh, here we go now. Let me be a gentleman and just pay everybody bills, sucker.
Yeah, you the only man at the table. You're supposed to take care of everything. You the only man. You the man that's here. Okay, well, hold on now.
Man.
Back
Ain't
up.
that expectation, that entitlement. You know, so it's a thin line, you know what I'm saying, for a gentleman. I've seen the situation where the men open the door and the women say, I don't need nobody to open the door for me. You know. So what can you do when women seek the powerful men? You know, what can you? I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on.
Kurt, mute your line, Kurt. There you go. Go ahead, Rico.
Yeah, what can you do? What can you do when you tell a woman that she should get with an honorable person, but then all of a sudden they say he's too nice? I mean, I know plenty of parents that set their daughters up with men, but they like the bad boy.
To your
they
point,
like the popular guy.
To your point, Rico, I heard a story where I think it was Pepper was talking about how, you know, Will Smith wanted to date her back in the day, but she wouldn't date him because he wasn't thug enough. She said she wouldn't date him because he wasn't thug enough. Say she hated it at that point. Say she hated it now that she did not. Say she should have, but he just wasn't thug enough. He was just a nice guy. She didn't want him.
I mean, that happens on a regular basis. So that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying that about, you know, it's different today than it was in the past. Now, in the past, oh man, women's suffrage, women's rights. You know, women had to join up with black people just to get the right to vote.
Yep.
You know, there's so many different things in the past that was systematic or systemic when it came to women being disrespected and mistreated, exploited. And when a woman cheated, she had to wear the scarlet letter A.
Okay. Gotta
so,
keep.
You know, I look at the past and look at the present, and I go back to what I said at first. They are disrespected in some circles, but not as much as they were in the past.
Exactly. Cassandra, talk to me, Cassandra. What are you hearing? We have, and this, I think this is a great conversation. I think it can help in some kind of a way, but we have to, like I say again, like I always say, we have to have the dialogue and be open and honest about how we feel about it. So what are you hearing?
Yeah. You know, I appreciate what Rico just said, because it's an acknowledgement because your question was, are women disrespected?
Yes.
And then so the answer would be within that, not whether women have done something to cause the man to disrespect. Are they disrespected? And the answer would be yes. I mean, we know that. This is just me. I don't care if I walk butt naked down the middle of 17th Street here in Atlanta and everybody can see me. No one has a right to put their hand on me. Now, I may be arrested, for indecent exposure, I may be arrested, but that does not give a person the right to touch me. So we can say about what women wear. See that's that right there. That one right there bothers me more than anything else, that we believe that disrespect should come because a woman looks a certain way. I can't fathom that type of a thought. How does that work? How does that work? Because if you are in other countries where women, like Tahiti, where they wear little or nothing sometimes, or in different tribes of Africa where their breasts are out and they walk around all day and not a doggone man touches them. I'm just saying, just because of the way a woman looks does not give you the right to put your hand on her. If I'm a whore or I'm a prostitute, I decide who is going to do what they do to me. But you don't make that decision for me. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Thank you, Rico, though.
508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Asking a question today, man. Are men disrespectful? Are men disrespectful to women in this day and time? In the past, however you want to chalk it up, but are men disrespectful to women? Curtis, good morning again, brother. Good to have you back. What do you say to this? Are men disrespectful to women? 3 minutes. Curtis, you there? Unmute your phone, Curtis. Unmute your phone, brother. Tucson, while we wait on Curtis, talk to me.
Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
All right, Curtis. Go ahead, Curtis Tucson. I'll come right back to you. Go ahead, Curtis.
Oh no. I don't want to interrupt nobody.
I called on you, brother. You ain't say nothing.
No, I was right here.
Yes.
I was helping this lady, man. She was stuck, man. The car looked like it don't have no power steering fluid, and the lady looked like she's about 85 years old.
There you go. See that? There you go. That's what we're talking about today. That's what we're talking about. But are men, as a whole, Curtis, are men disrespectful to women?
You know what? I'm tired. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired.
Why?
Because when we play this game, all we do is keep pointing the finger. We don't never get no answers.
Is it justified?
Because we're busy pointing the finger.
Is it justified?
Is what justified?
The finger pointing.
Is the finger pointing justified?
Yes.
Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
No, it's not justified, because guess what? As long as you're pointing the finger, we ain't never getting no answers. As long as we find ourselves in a situation that we can't admit or we can't accept the faults of our own, that finger never comes back at us. It's always pointed in the other direction. Then truly, what kind of behavioral correction or corrective course are we taking? All we're doing is by pointing the finger, we're allowing ourselves to justify inappropriate behavior on both sides. I know the world that we used to live in. I understand that world.
That world no longer exists.
I know the world that we live in now. And I know I've watched with my own eyes. I've been in sessions in real time. And I've watched both men and women completely disrespect and disregard the other one. Completely, to the point. And I'm saying, my God, I thank you that we had a security guard in here who checked bags, and in some cases literally had to frisk before they came in here. I mean, we go on social media right now. You don't see a bunch of men on there shaking they. Never mind, because it's gonna sound like I'm being chauvinistic, and I'm not. On one hand, you got a bunch of women shaking their rumps.
Yeah.
All over social media.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, you got a bunch of dudes that's beating up on each other. What's wrong, y'all? Listen, we can't keep. I'm just saying, it's just how I feel.
And
I
a lot of
can't
people,
keep
Curtis,
looking
a
to
lot of
blame
people, Curtis,
everybody else.
listen, a lot of people, you know, and I know it's two different parts of the spectrum, but a lot of people say that women are walking around, and yes, a lot of time they do drop it like it's hot and different things like that, but they say men walking around with they pants all the way down to the back of their kneecaps, showing all the underwear and stuff like that. So, you know, where lies the difference?
Right here, the difference. Okay, here lies the difference. A man listen, and this is not a double standard. A man walking with his pants below could be to your advantage because he might be telling you something that he ain't coming out his mouth and telling you. That's number one. Number two, he got underwear on. Right here.
But she's not naked when she's dropping it like it's hot now. She's not naked.
Man, I can see the whole monkey, the camel, the rhinoceros, and the elephant. Come on, man. Come on. You can't. There's no way in the world you can. The only way you could equate a bunch of dudes on social media with G-strings on, shaking their goodies.
Okay.
The two don't match up.
I
mean, I get your reference though, but the two don't match up.
See,
but
my thing. Your time. Hurry up,
it used to be a time where what you asked was for real, and what you asked was absolutely true. In this world we in today, that same disrespect has gone across the spectrum. It's no longer, well, you're being more disrespectful to me than I am. No. It's total disrespect completely across the spectrum.
Okay, so it's totally disrespectful if she's dropping it like it's hot in front of you with her clothes on. You know, she's not naked now, but this guy, he's walking around with his pants all the way down. You can see his whole underwear and all parts of his backside that you don't want to see. Cassandra, what are you hearing in that, Cassandra? I mean, I may be wrong. Curtis, you may be totally right, brother. You may be totally right. Cassandra, what are you hearing?
I mean, it's Curtis's, opinion. That's the way he sees it. So, what could I say about the way someone else sees something?
No, I'm asking you for your take on what it is. How do you see it? Do you see it the same way?
No, but but I'm not a man. Now, some of these questions, it goes to who you are. And we just see things differently. Women and men, we can say all we want, that it's just a cliche, but women are from Mars, men are from Venus, whatever, however it's the truth. We can see the same thing and see it totally different from our perspectives, and that's okay. So Kurt sees it one way, I see it a different way, but it's all good to me because everyone has their opinions about how they see things. I believe that, women, if that woman wants to twerk it, work it, whatever she wants to do with it, that's her business. But that does not give anyone the right to disrespect me because that's what she chooses to do. So I'll look at it differently. Well, because she did it, that means all women want you to look at. That's like 45 saying, I grab a woman by the pee. You see it, just grab her by the pee because women like it.
Wow.
We like it. How do you assume that all women want you to grab their pee?
You talking about their potato or their pumpkin pie?
Their potato.
Okay.
That.
Okay, good deal. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
Did somebody say something about potatoes?
And pumpkin
Did
pie.
you just call it the potato?
Fried taters.
Hey, don't go mashing my potatoes. Don't go.
I was like, you need to patent that. I'm telling you to patent that.
Call it a potato. Grab it by the potato. Tucson, talk to me, brother. Ryan, come on, I'm hungry.
Some of them potatoes rot.
Oh, Lord.
Like they've been sitting out a long time, huh?
You know, Tucson, you know where Tucson, I'm coming to Alabama, Mississippi, wherever you at, because you stop it.
She coming to get you.
I thought it was. I thought that son of a gun was a monkey.
Don't
Lord.
threaten him with a good time.
I didn't know it was a vegetable.
Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody.
Have mercy.
Oh,
I like the comment.
well, I can't say that.
Oh, you said it all right.
Anyway.
I think you said it, brother. I think you said it.
Oh man.
Okay, it's good.
Mm.
Okay, I understand what Cassandra's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I do, I really do. But I don't think that when you see, that's why I said some women will not let you disrespect them,
Mm-hmm.
period. They carry themselves in a way not to be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a cookie cutter conversation. But there are some men that don't respect nobody, period.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about them.
Yeah.
They have an agenda. They walk around looking for victims
Mm-hmm.
of their own mindset. And so we got that part. There are some disrespectful men. They don't respect their mama. They don't respect their sister. They don't respect women at all. They think that's a piece of meat,
Mm-hmm.
not a vegetable.
Mm.
Piece of meat. Meat. But, Lord, I just keep seeing. Okay, all right, let me throw this out here like this. Here you are. Turn your Bibles to Corinthians chapter 5, and I'm looking at you, and I see breasts
Mm. Sis.
and butts,
Sis.
and oh Lord Jesus, hallelujah. What scripture you read? When I see print. I ain't saying what you said.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm trying to do is focus on Lord, have mercy, help me, Jesus. I didn't come to church for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to fight the demon in me. But here, she done tried to make an attempt to tell me to turn to a passage of scripture.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at them guts. Oh Lord Jesus, did I say that?
Mm.
Wait a minute.
Did you? You say you looking at them guts?
I'm missing stuff. I'm missing pieces of this conversation. I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah, me too. Me too. You say you looking at them guts?
No, you are. Let me clarify it. They have everything showing. It may be covered up, but it's so tight that you see what you call that just now?
Potato.
Potato.
Mm-hmm.
You see that potato?
Lord Jesus.
You see it. I mean, it's covered. It's a potato. I'll be doggone, it's a potato.
Mm.
And it's cut. They cut the potato.
Tucson.
And you
Tucson.
Okay, it's the up time up.
Tucson. Yeah, your time is up, brother. Yeah, your time is up. Mo, talk. No, I can't either.
Well,
Talk to me, Mo.
I mean, there's that old blues song, "Don't go digging my potatoes, don't go mashing my vine."
Mo sing a song. Lord Jesus. You saw the one, and here go Mo sing a song. Come on.
And then the other one goes, you know, I love the tip, I love the top, I love you, baby, like a hog loves slop. You my big-legged woman in a short mini skirt. So
in the corner.
I don't know. I don't know what the world motor.
I didn't write that. I didn't write that.
I don't know, Cassandra. I'm lost.
I know the song.
I'm out here I'm on a little raft in the middle of the ocean, Cassandra. I'm just floating. I don't know where I'm going. I end up somewhere. Go ahead, Mo. You got 3 minutes, brother. Go ahead.
I think everything has really has been said about it. I mean, respect is a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
Disrespect, same situation too. As we break it down into ourself, and about where we see ourselves in the universe, our ego death, realizing that we're caught in the mutuality of a web. Whatever affects one strand of a web affects us all. So the pain is real.
Mm-hmm.
The disrespect that women feel are real. I mean, heck, they have a whole disciplinary study, Africana Women Study. You can go and get your master's at Clark-Atlanta University for it, but it's about each of us who are on here. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. But overall, I think we respect women. It's not a situation where, you don't hold the door open for women if they're coming out. You don't expect them to say thank you. When they say thank you, it's amazing. But it's even the younger sisters, they don't even realize it's not an automatic door opener. You're just doing it. I teach my son to be respectful the same way. I still open the door for, if I'm on a date with a young woman and everything, I'll open the door for her. She, and I'll close the door for her. I got the bill, the whole thing, so I can say, at least in my life, I respect women. And I hope that everyone can have that affirmation that you respect women, that women respect you, and that, you go forward.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Let me see who all we got left here. Let me see. Let me go back to Rico. Rico, you still with us, brother? Oh, hold on. Let me do this. Toya with a T done snuck in on me. I'm sorry, sis. I didn't see you sneak in. Toya with a T asking a question. Do men respect women? What do you say to that?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Do men respect women?
I don't think it's one-sided. I think we disrespectful to each other. I think Mo hit something on the head when he said he teaches his son to be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Respect is a teaching, or either you're gonna earn it. Right? Like most people, you say, "Oh, you're not a man," but you might earn that respect. Whooping that tail one good time, they won't mess with you no more. Same way with being a girl. You can underestimate somebody and not respect them for being a girl, or thinking that they're such a nice man. They're not going to do nothing to you till they knock fire from you because you're being disrespectful.
Wow.
So I don't think that respect is just for men or women. Now, when we were talking in the instance of me not being able to go outside with no clothes on, I look at it like this. When God created us, he created us naked. But there was a change in the world. So now we can no longer do that anymore. There's a consequence behind doing that. There's a perception behind doing that. And because man has grown to be so corrupt, when you go out in an inappropriate manner, you're going to be treated inappropriately. And in this day and time, to be naked, man or woman, it's going to cause a certain consequence. Now, because we're women, we just got this precedent where we get treated differently if we are naked. But it still doesn't take away the fact that the perception that people are going to look at you strangely, walking around butt booty naked. If you're just not in a community of butt booty naked people, you know what I'm saying? Those are the only people that's not going to be disrespected by your nakedness. Is the people who indulge in what you indulge in. So they're not going to take it disrespectfully.
Wow. Let me do this. Before I'm gonna stay with you but I gotta do my shout out before we get out of here. I gotta do my shout out to my mama. She's watching this morning. Love you, dear. Love you dearly, baby. Thank you for watching. I definitely appreciate you. Toya, is there a double standard in regards to that? If a man were to come outside, and I know the answer to this question I'm asking, I'm being a question asker now. But if a man come outside without a shirt on, working in the yard, everything's okay. Nobody have a problem with it. But if his spouse come outside, female come outside with no top on, working in that same yard, why is it looked upon differently?
I mean, it's simply because it's a difference. There's
Mm-hmm.
simply a difference between men and women. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that we bear children, I think there's just a difference in who we are. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We bear children, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, pumpkin pie. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something on the
Yeah.
inside. You know what I'm saying? Versus where I'm not going to call it no potato because a potato is more of a outie. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that just the concept of that being a little bit more sensual is why they look at us differently. We're a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more sensual than a male. We're built gently than a male. We carry things in our womb. So I think to a certain extent, there is a higher level of respect that is owed towards us because we birth children. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? But I think we've altered that as a whole in the world because we're not following the order that was originally created back in the garden. So once that got disrupted, everything else got disrupted behind it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Rico, talk to me. That's good. Talk to me, Rico.
I'm pretty much stuck where I was from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I acknowledge that there was some disrespect in the past. It's much more extreme level than it is today. But I think right now, what I'm saying, most people um, are disrespecting. We live in a disrespectful society all the way around, and that's when it comes to values and principles.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it isn't as much as rights anymore. You do have instances where you find out their rights are being violated because of their race or their sex orientation. You have cases where you have men that kidnap women and chain them up in the basement. I've seen several stories about that the past few decades, where women had to escape and they were declared missing, but
Mm-hmm.
somebody had them chained up in the garage in the basement doing what they wanted to with. Them.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be some form of
Bless you.
disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
But just basing it off of what you were saying earlier, I just like I said, I'm stuck at where I was at first. It's not as prevalent where
Mm-hmm.
men were just being disrespectful or chauvinistic towards women. I think feminism killed a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, there have been other things that sort of got rid of that chauvinism. It goes back to that child support and the domestic violence laws. So many different things, women's rights to vote, so many different things that sort of broke down those barriers that were in place systemically.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just sitting up here laughing now because I'm thinking about all the names that y'all came up with that potato. Man, they don't call that monkey plenty of things: a
Yeah.
peach, apple bottom,
Mm-hmm.
pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean? They don't name it plenty of things. But I still go back and think about how in today's time I hear that B word used as a term of endearment amongst women
Mm-hmm.
when that wasn't even the trend of the culture, but now it's acceptable. What we have to be mindful of is that every year or every generation changes, but whatever is going on in culture or trends at that time will be normal to whatever child is born at that time. So we might end up going back to a situation where men are disrespectful again because it's popular
Mm-hmm.
to promote your walk. Now to say you don't cook them, you don't clean, you just drop it. It's popular now to see women look back at it and twerking left and right. So that's pretty much all I got, man.
Good deal. Now, Rico, how much of this that you just said is popular now? How much of the popularization, if that's a word, was done by women?
Oh, a lot of it because it was profitable.
Mm.
So
Wow.
we go back and talk about what money has done, the opportunity
Mm-hmm.
or the desire for money has made people feel like it was all right to pimp themselves. I mean, these women ain't going on OnlyFans for free.
Mm-hmm.
They hoping these likes and these shares get them some type of attention and recognition. Like I said, that infamous thing, that notorious thing. Some
Mm-hmm.
people just want to be known and recognized.
Wow.
But in many cases, it's like they're not doing it just so they can be recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Some in many cases they're doing it because it pays.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. Good deal. Cassandra, let me ask you this question.
Oh, can I just say something real quick? Because I'm going to jump off. If you look at the Metropolitan Gala was yesterday, and it's the high fashion thing, and all those women were half naked.
Hey, Leonard, Mo say, can I say something? He
I
ain't give
just said bye, Mo.
Bye. Look, he ain't give no chance. He ain't give no chance to answer. He just say, can I say something?
Bye, Mo. Bye.
What you say, bye, Mo?
Bye.
Yeah, Mo, what you say? You say most of the women were naked.
Yeah, if you look at the dresses, if you go to the website that covered everything, it has all the pictures, Daily Mail online or dailymail.com, but they were all wearing sheer body suits, nude suits, exposing their breasts.
It did all you could to keep looking at me, Mo.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I know you were just so disappointed where you were.
You was fighting yourself to turn to the page. You
go through them photos and everything. It got more and more outrageous. That was the crazy thing. It got more and more outrageous.
And did you go deeper and deeper in looking at it? Did you go deeper?
No, it was only a few pictures, and they had all these major stars who decided they were going to expose themselves.
Yes,
you know, and you know, it's you were just talking, you know, this whole subject is, you know, if a woman is naked out there and everything, they were showing everything, and these are rich women. They don't need OnlyFans page.
It's so shameful.
It don't make no sense.
I know. How did you look away?
Why did you even bring that to this convo?
Y'all crazy.
Tempting people with that.
I'm sorry, Raheem. I'm just too immature for this conversation.
Do not let me start quoting the Song of Solomon.
No. Stay right there. No. We good. Cassandra. Yeah. Exactly. Cassandra, talk to me. How much? And Cassandra, what do you say? What do you say to that? I'm gonna say what my wife don't like me to say. What say you in regards to this right here? A lot of this stuff that's happening to women was made available or done or set. The stage was set by women. How do you approach that? What do you say to that?
I cannot use those words on air because then y'all gonna put me off forever and tell me don't come back. So I'm not even gonna respond to that.
Okay.
That it was perpetrated by women. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that alone because it's gonna get real ugly.
Okay. Well, we don't want to get ugly. We don't want to get ugly.
Don't do that. Hey,
Ryan, yeah. Hold on.
I like Miss Nene Harris on Facebook. She made a comment that I thought people should hear.
What's that?
Believe it or not, a lot of women who do, we were talking about a certain thing, do that, don't even care for men's opinion or validation. They just do it because they want to, honestly. Honestly. That's what they want to do.
Wow. And can I say something to you? Let me tell you something. Let me let the cat out the bag. That's my daughter. That's my daughter, man.
Man. See,
that's my daughter. Yeah.
But when she said it, I was hoping that you would mention it. I just thought she was, I knew she was on Facebook.
Yeah, I put it on the screen. I shared it on the screen. Yeah, that's my daughter.
But
man.
it's so easy to respect. It's so easy to respect, ladies.
Yeah.
Real men, when they get the opportunity to meet a real lady, they know it, and they respect a real lady. A lady it's not because what you got between your legs. It's because of how you presented yourself as a lady.
A lady. See, as a lady.
And we don't have no problem with ladies. But every woman don't want to be no lady.
And I was going to ask you that question. What's the difference between a woman and a lady?
It's a characteristic. See, a lot of women want you to respect how nasty they are. I mean, yeah, think about it. It's never going to be equal or whatever, or what you see. I mean, one or the other. We can talk about violations and things like that on one side, and then we could talk about subjective ideas on the other side. And one, I don't know no man opposed to women walking around naked. One. I mean, if you want to offend me, do better, because that does it. I mean, it has to get to a point where somebody just pump the brakes. What is it that you want me to respect about you so much? What makes you so much better than me? Because common respect is common respect. Across the board, it doesn't matter, man or woman. Common respect is great.
Yes.
What is it you want that's so extra?
Absolutely. Ryan, we're gonna get out of here. Everybody, do not take 3 minutes. Just take maybe about a minute to say what you're gonna say. We got to get on out of here. Ryan, what's on your heart, brother?
So I was thinking about what Mo said with the gala.
You think about that potato, ain't you? You think about that potato, ain't you?
No, man. Just these photos, right? These women up there in fishnet dresses with tape on their nipples and their thongs showing. Like, what kind of image are you sending to these young women out here? You trying to make this okay. It's not okay. Like, everybody likes to look at a beautiful female's body. But for real, you're supposed to be someone of standing with this money and this influence, and you're out here talking about free the nipple. Come on, man.
Toussaint, talk to me, brother.
Where and what happened to Big Mama? What happened to the ladies that, for the most part, are there any women that you notice these days that just sitting on the porch in the rocking chair that you can go to get advice from? Or how many, for the most part, times do you see a mother and a daughter sitting down together doing a good reading or something like that, versus you just seeing them shaking their tail all over the place?
There was back in the day where the lady said she wanted to be your rocking chair. She said she want to be your rocking chair, rock your way from here.
Just keep going.
And they've been rocking ever since.
Huh? What you say?
And they've been rocking on her ever since.
Wow. Kurt, talk to me, brother.
I got something to say.
I don't know what it is that you would have me say.
Say what's on your heart, brother.
I did at this point. I think Rico, Toussaint, and Ryan are hitting it right on, hitting the nail right on the head. Like, the level of disrespect is, in my opinion, is equally shared. It's no longer that that separation. I'll tell you something that I have noticed though. A lot of the women that's on these sites that's dropping it like it's hot, whatever you want to call it. Hey fellas, they don't want us. That's all for capital gains. They ain't interested in what we got.
Wow.
They members of the LGBTQ community. I mean, I'm just saying, look, if you catch it, go in and look at. We look at the pictures. We don't look at the profile. Look at the profile, and the profile will show you. Like, a lot of times, the profile will show you. It'll be a rainbow, right? And the young ladies are making comments to let you know, like, nah, hey, homie, I'm gay.
Wow.
So it's starting to look like it's all for capital gains. And if it's all for capital gains, I think that ties into what Rico was saying when he said, hey, look, man, the idea of people pimping themselves, it makes sense. Okay, take the pimp out the equation. I can have more money. If I'm going to do this,
Take the pimp out the equation. Now I got more money.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And with social media,
Wrap it
then
up, Curtis.
it's even better because now I can pimp myself and I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to kill me. I ain't got to worry about the boss and strangler. I ain't got to worry about that.
Wow. Okay. There's a lot going on with this thing, man, but we got to get out of here. I was going to go to a few more people, man, but it's already 10:08. We got to get on out of here, man. We got Way Out Wednesday tomorrow, so ain't no telling what we're going to talk about, y'all. Ain't no telling what we're going to talk about on Way Out Wednesday. Way Out Wednesday is going to be something serious tomorrow. It's going to be something serious. But right now, I got to go to Cassandra. Cassandra Alexander Green.
Potato, potato.
Yes.
Why would I say Cassandra? Tucson said potato to potato or something like that. What's that all about, Cassandra?
I have no idea. I'm not talking to Tucson. I'm not talking to Tucson. I'm just not. And I'm going to tell his wife, too. What he on here saying.
Tucson, you in trouble. But Cassandra, there's somebody that's been watching this broadcast. Cassandra, they came in late, 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock, even 9:15, and they say, "Man, I sure would love to pick up on what I missed. I wish there was a way I could pick up on what I missed." Cassandra, is it a possibility?
There is a possibility for them to hear or see the show in its entirety, and they could do that by going to dkmmediagroup.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, dkmmediagroup.com.
Good deal. Excellent job. Tucson, can I get you to pray us out, sir? Tucson, wake up and go to sleep. Tucson,
I have to yield right here. I got too much background noise. I'm multitasking.
Okay. Cassandra, we got to do double duty today. Cassandra, do double duty. Pray us out, sis.
Father, we thank you right now for everything that has been said and done on this day. We ask you to bless those that are under the sound of my voice. God, we ask you that if we have done or said anything against your kingdom, we ask you right now to forgive us. Bless the hearers, God, of your word, but especially the doers. God, let everything that we do, God, and everything that we say, God, we're just trying to be a blessing and be informative to those that hear the words that are coming out of our mouth. These and all other blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. We got to get on out of here for this. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank DKM Media Group. Thank you for joining DKM Media Group and Associates and allowing us to be a part of your day. It is now, what time is it? 10:11. I want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you. Appreciate you. I ain't going to go through my whole spiel today. I'm talking about tonight, Lord. You know I'm tired. I'm not going to go through my whole spiel today, but I want to say each and every one of you wish a great blessing upon each and every one of you. Love each other, treat each other with love, kindness, and respect. And let this be the best day of your life. Let this be the best day of your life. Love you, adore you, and certainly place nothing in and above you except my Lord and Savior. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.